Hey guys, Chris Kohler here. We're in Moab, Utah, and this is Cane Springs Canyon, and I'm with Dave Delight.
Yep.
Because it's delightful.
Yep.
I'm delighted to meet him. And you guys are like the Crazy 8 Sheep Club.
Yeah.
They decided they wanted to go do Chinaman Gulch, and there was eight of them, and they started calling themselves the Crazy Eights, because everyone else up there just wanted to do the forest roads or whatever. I wasn't on that particular run, but we kind of adopted that name for our loosely. It's not like it's a club or anything. It's just I actually have a T-shirt.
Uh-oh, he's taking his clothes off. Look at that. Where are we going?
Lockhart Basin.
Lockhart Basin. Cool.
Yeah.
So I've met these guys accidentally in Giliberto's burrito shop, and then my good friend Jessie Coombs, who we ran the Rubicon with last year, had invited me to go on a ride with some guys on Lockhart Basin, and I show up and it's Dave Delight.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. So glad you guys are here. It's like a 60-mile, 70-mile trail.
Yeah, great time. We're going to camp out for a couple of nights, so we're going to have a good time.
I've heard there's some things to see out there.
I've never been, so we're going to find out.
I heard there's a plane crash.
Yeah, I heard that one.
I heard there's, can't publish this, there's a full case of dynamite up in one of the old uranium mines up in the cliff. I do know that because I found it like 35 years ago. But that's going to be a great day, so
yeah,
you guys stick around. We're going to be driving vintage rigs. So the Crazy 8s is just a bunch of old Jeeps, Willys, and we've even got the some Land Rovers over here, some vintage Series Land Rovers.
Heard the pump.
You should
going.
see. I got this filter on the return side, and I didn't see any fuel coming through it.
So, gentlemen, what do we think the problem is, and is there a verdict?
I think possibly I got a return fuel line set up. I think the return may be plugged. 225 Dauntless. Well, it looks like there's fuel there. Let me slide. There had been something in that seat that worked through.
I think so.
Because now it's working.
Yep.
Well, we ended up finding that there must have been something in the needle and seat every time we turned the key on. I have an electric fuel pump plumbed in line in case my regular mechanical pump fails on me. So I was turning that on, and it was just pumping fuel and filling the bowl and flowing over. And we ended up being able to clean out the needle and seat, and now it shuts off like it should. So no more engine fires or any of that, hopefully. So.
That enough?
Do we want to try to pump it or
Yeah.
is it gone?
If you can get the valve out.
How are we going to pull spare on?
So what happened?
Yeah, I got double flat. Get a flat on Bam Bam.
Oh, I nailed a rock real hard there and I tore I cut a slice in my tire is what happened. 3 plugs and that, I think we're ready to go, we'll see.
This one I think, no, it's not even the bead. I don't know what happened, Dave. What do you think? What'd you hit? There was kind of an off-angled rock back there. So you can see the valve stem. That's where he's got an inner tube.
Oh yeah.
Hey, gotta be a...
I think we're gonna put the spare on and do this at camp. So it's just totally twisted.
Can you see if it tore the stem out of the tube or if it just
It didn't.
laid it
It's
over?
like the tube still has air. We had a little tool that pulled it out, but it just can't get back over.
Yeah.
Can you see? I can't see it.
Well, one of the things I learned is that if you have tires where you slice them up real bad, you just pour some laundry starch in them and it just seals them right up. $3 a bottle at Walmart, so.
Just got to put tools away and get my stuff back in the Jeep and we're good to go.
So that's what it is when you go out with people that know what they're doing. Well, they did gash one tire and who knows what the other one was actually spun the tube. It's a tube tire. Probably, of course, with really low air pressure, not a lot of traction on the rim. The tire spun. What do you got going on over here?
Okay, this friction brake was an anti-overspeed device for the armature to prevent the armature from becoming oversped on like a free fall. If you lost power to the winch or something and you were pulling a heavy load and it backed up on you, it was like a little centrifugal clutch inside the end cap on the winch. And without that feature, you could actually get that motor armature up to 30,000+ RPM and cause the windings to fly off, just blow the armature up. Yeah, you've got your brake, which you can pull out. That's the friction brake on the side. You pull it out and you twist this to lock it. It's got a little cone type clamp inside there. When you unscrew this, it allows it to move in and out easily. When you screw this down, it really stiffens it up. It makes it hard to move, so you can lock it in place to hold the winch. So that's the band brake on the winch. This other control is for your clutch, basically for free spool. You can do it just like an 8274, manually on the handle on the winch outside. It works just like an 8274. It just has a curved handle instead of a knob. So
And we got our Chef Boyardee ravioli heating up for dinner.
Yeah. Dinner.
Supper. Okay, now it can go on this one.
We got a belt that's squeaking, so
Just want to try to fix it.
Yeah,
just
try to
make
fix
sure
it.
nothing goes wrong on the trail.
proficient mechanic in the group, and we've got a lot of them. And he was just saying,
one of them.
I go to great lengths to try to make sure everything is right. And how many of us have done that? And the first day we get out on the trail and things go wrong all the time. It's something that every 4x4 person knows about.
Signs of shredding or anything.
The important
on
thing
the
is
edge or frame.
Attitude.
You know how to
Knock on wood, we haven't been the mechanical yet.
All right, so a couple fun things this morning. One little rock ledge, a couple of tires, carburetor, and a belt.
Yeah. Two flat tires, two carburetors, a belt, and
one winch.
And one winch. That's right. Yeah, belly hung up, and some good obstacles and some good ledges.
There it is.
Cool. Got your eyebrows?
Not yet. Whoop, I shut it off. There it is.
We're cooking with gas now, huh?
Don't want to wind up on YouTube.
You'll definitely wind up on YouTube. Depending on if it's in a positive note or I can't believe I said that. All right, inquiring minds want to know more. What we got going on here?
All right, we got some carne asada. We got carne asada. We got cilantro. We got onions, beer, tortillas. My dyslexic ass trying to cook.
You put cilantro and onions.
Yep.
And tortillas. And carne asada together. What does that come out to?
That makes you a street taco. Makes you California style street taco. And then remember, the secret is to make sure you have motor oil on your hands when you do this. Yeah. And then tomorrow's carnitas and or carnitas or el pastor and el pollo.
What do you think, Jess?
I think it's.
It looks like dinner.
Well, it looks like dinner. I think I want to start dating him.
I almost feel like I could just pour it out of that bag.
I know, I was trying.
The secret ingredient is 15W40. Because I can only get my hands so clean. I'm sorry.
All right, guys, so because you're not here, you're missing out, but we wish you were here. This is awesome. We're eating carne asada tacos. Somebody just handed me a beer, my favorite brand of beer, which is free. We're just kind of settling in for the night. Awesome. With the Crazy Eights and Jessie with his Land Rover, and just another awesome gun Jeep and gun Land Rovering weekend on Lockhart Basin.
Bags out when if you want or not. I just leave them in.
Yes, coffee. Best part of waking up is the addiction in your cup. So what's for breakfast?
I don't know. It's eggs and something all scrambled up together. It's like an English breakfast, I think, that you get. You pour water in it, dehydrated. You pour water in it.
Some kind of, it's a breakfast
Breakfast skillet, they call it.
Let's see the ingredients. Let's see.
So it's like cheese, there's some sausage and egg and peppers. Maybe some onion in there, maybe.
Has an expiration date of 3025.
Yeah, it's like your great grandchildren going, we gotta eat this by August of 2053.
That's what it says.
2053.
Best 2050, July of 2053.
I guess
Yeah,
we're
so
good.
don't,
By August, you may make
August,
make
you're gonna have to
questions.
think twice about it.
What are you doing, Jesse?
We're doing a
Looks like
siphon because I'm sure it doesn't happen for everybody else, but for me, anytime I pour a jerry can upside down, I spill a third of it. And in this way, we just put it in there and shake it till it gets rid of the air bubbles, and then gravity pull does the rest. And you can just leave it, and we could walk away and brush our teeth and have some breakfast and come back, and it'll be all in the tank and none in the can. That's a not me joke. I don't know if I'm an expert of anything. I love it. You know that's not true.
Go watch the baseball game during President's Day weekend.
Oh, nice. Does he have a truck?
Yeah, he's got a first gen 400.
Oh, nice.
The report I read for these things said that it was the Air Force jet. I think the F-80, is that what we decided?
F-80
Shooting Star, a trainer and two-seater, and the pilot died in the crash, and the backseater survived. I'm not sure exactly what the circumstances were. They were flying, I think, from the Pacific Northwest down to like New Mexico or Texas or someplace, and they didn't make it. I think it was a flame out on the engine. They couldn't get restarted.
Goose, you were saying something about the Lend-Lease Act or something?
Yeah, I mean, well, these engines came, during the Lend-Lease Act. The United States got a lot of technology from Britain, right? You got radars, you got two-stage compressor superchargers for motors, or for like the jet engine, like the Merlin engine that went in the P-51 Mustang. And the last step was the British jet engine that they put into the P-80, which was originally developed by Lockheed in the 30s as the L96. And the guy who made it was the guy who created Skunk Works for Lockheed.
Oh, wow.
Francis Kelly Johnson.
This motor was
Originally British.
British, and then put in some of our planes.
Yeah. And
they had what issue? A flameout issue?
Yeah, you could have a lot of flameouts in a dive, supposedly. I mean, I'm not crazy expert on it, but
and that's what they reported happened here. like an old.
Wow. This is cool.
Yeah.
So, kind of looks like when I saw it at first, I thought it was like an old mining building or something.
Yeah.
It's got all this stuff. I don't know. Let's go check it out.
Cool.
I wonder if anybody is. It looks. I mean, there's a lot of current tracks. Looks like people are using it.
Yeah, that one looked like it was used for a while and abandoned. I don't know about this one. I think it's potable. Yeah. It's a little bit of mineral, but better than not having water.
All right, guys. So, what we do know is that Charlie Steen found uranium. He was a prospector, and he found uranium in Moab, which was like just an old ag community, very small population. He found it in the early 50s during the Cold War. And so they were, when he finally discovered it, he was like on his last borrowed dime when they actually had a positive assay come back on one of his samples. Made him a very, very wealthy man, but everybody flooded in. Military, contracts, everyone flooded into this area to look for uranium, and what they were finding was this gray ledge that runs about midway up the canyon walls, except in areas where there's plate tectonics have kind of uplifted it, so it ends up being a kind of a diagonal shelf, and that's what we've got here in this canyon. So we saw this building, and we're like, looked like an old mining building from way back, but when we get here, we see this like a ranch building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool. That's.
Yeah,
I wonder. I mean, it might be that people are currently using it. There's some fairly recent tracks here. But maybe it's like the geologist cabin in Death Valley. It's not booby trapped, that's good.
Oh, it's active, yeah.
People are actually, somebody's currently using it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's probably
well cared for.
Yeah, it's probably sitting up on the hill with a sniper rifle looking down here. So we'll probably like leave that alone.
Yeah.
But man, what a desolate place to call home, you know?
Yeah.
We got the Johnny on the spot, the porta potty out here. A great view. This is a loo with a view, right?
Family of ram.
And then you almost got like Christmas going on over here up top, you know? And then you got flying, I don't know if those are flying squirrels.
Right?
We're rolling?
Yeah.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
You ready?
I think so.
All right, let's do this. Hey guys, last stop on the trip through Lockhart Basin. We were at a place called Newspaper Rock, and it is like super. You said you've been here long time ago.
Late 90s.
Late 90s. So I read a little bit about it. I've been here before, but I've read a little bit about it. Super controversial, but if you look behind us, there's etchings all over these rocks, petroglyphs, I guess if you want to call them, from the indigenous American Indians. It's very controversial in that, especially in today's age when the BLM is trying to remove wild horses from most of the public land, saying, well, the Europeans brought them and they're not indigenous. Well, if you look behind us, there are a number of places on this rock that shows people riding horses with bows and arrows. So basically indigenous Americans riding horses, and some people will say, well, those were done after the Spanish got here in the 1520s or 30s. But others say, you know what, no, this is like authentic stuff that was happening before the Europeans showed up. So it's like a huge deal. This rock has been the center of controversy for a lot of like legal battles on whether the wild mustangs can stay in Nevada or anywhere. It's kind of cool. Yeah. All right, well, I think that's going to wrap up our trip through Lockhart Basin. Definitely want to thank Jessie Coombs for letting me ride along. And sorry, guys, going to have to drink now, but we were in his Series Land Rover.
Series 1953 Land Rover.
The Jeep guys already bailed off, heading back to Moab.
Yeah.
Glad you could join us, and we'll see you next time.